Hey everybody, welcome back to the 80s Slashers YouTube channel. In this video, I thought I'd just do something a little fun, quick little video here. If you're watching this video, I'm probably on vacation right now, so I thought I would just pump out a couple quicker little types of videos, just to have something each week while I'm away. Um, but yeah, in this video, I just kind of want to talk about some of my favorite 80s slashers titles, like the titles of the films. Some of the ones that I've always liked that I think just do the best job of, capturing the genre and, representing, what these films are about. So as you can see here, I just put a couple random ones here, just titles that, didn't make my, the top of the top for me. And yes, I'm gonna rank these. I don't know why I like to rank these movies any way I can. So I put it like my top five, that I'll show in a bit here. But yeah, like some of these titles are just excellent. Like obviously, we're not talking about the cover art because the cover art is something different. We're just talking about the title of the film. And all these ones that I took out are absolutely fantastic, and I kind of wanted to put them, but they didn't make my list, which we'll talk about. Um, but yeah, like when I think about these types of these films and what the title does, it's for those who are, especially back in the VHS days, you're looking for a movie for the night. Um, Besides the cover art, the title of the film was really something that was its main selling point. It told you, what the film was about. Hopefully, the good titles did, and they also let you know that you're in for a scary movie, like a horror film. There's going to be some death. There's going to be some blood. Um, those are the titles that I like the best. They're the ones that I think are like I said, represent the subgenre the greatest. So you look at Final Exam. There's not much. If you took away the cover art, you see Final Exam. That could mean anything, right? So really, this one didn't make the list just because it really needs the cover art to tell you what it is. But once you realize it, it's great. It's fantastic. Hide and Go Shriek. Again, I like these play on words. Instead of hide and go seek, hide and go shriek. And again, the cover art doesn't tell you too much. It shows a scared person hiding. But it's a clever title. The Prowler. I love the title The Prowler because it's just talking about the villain, kind of like someone prowling around. And again, when you mix it with the cover art, it's fantastic. Killer Workout, really fun. Just kind of a play on words. Because people say like, oh, that was if you have a really good workout, oh, that was a killer workout. But it's a pun. It's fun. But again, not strong enough to make it. My Bloody Valentine. Fantastic. This is another really good one. These titles are so fun, and the most classic titles of all these ones are the ones that basically it started it all. Like when you have like a holiday, um, or like a special day, and that's what they called the film. So there were obviously a bunch of these ones. Obviously Halloween, you just see Halloween too. Um, I love that. And then of course we had Friday the 13th. I love that. That's just, but again, like in context, if you don't know, if you haven't seen like the movie poster or like the creepy trailer that shows all the kills, if you just see a film that says Friday the 13th, you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm not sure what that is. Graduation Day, same thing. Prom night, April Fool's Day. They're great because we know what they are, and we know what they like, yeah, by this time in 1986, like you see April Fool's Day and you know exactly what it is just because we're so familiar with these films that they have like a holiday in it. Same with My Bloody Valentine. It's Valentine's Day kind of thing. um I love that, but again, they don't really capture. You kind of need the cover art to help sell the film. So I don't know. I think these are all great. They're all fun. I love when they do these these holiday themed slashers. They went through them all in some form. There was like Bloody Birthday, Happy Birthday to Me, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Christmas Evil, New Year's Evil. they went through every holiday imaginable. I like the ones that are just straightforward, just like prom night, simple, graduation day. It's great. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at a few other ones here. Well, like I said, we're gonna rank them just for fun. My top five, and yeah, we'll just take a look at them. So yeah, let's hop right into it and start off by looking at number five. All right, so coming at number five, I have the New York Ripper, and I don't know what it is. Again, I feel like maybe the cover art is influencing me, but man, I just love the title, the New York Ripper. It's Ripper is the word, just because when you think of that, and you know it's about like a serial killer killing people, and you just think that they're called the Ripper. It's just, you think Jack the Ripper. It's just, and it's for this film in particular, it lives up to it because the killer is literally ripping these women apart with like razor blades and whatnot, broken wine bottles. But then when you set it in like New York, so this film is taking place in New York, which is a cool place to set a film, and just the New York Ripper. It's a great title. It just really grabs your attention, and I don't know. It's just I've always loved this one. Um, it kind of has like a mean-spirited name, which matches the film perfectly, and the cover art. You see like the little blood, uh, the trashy, sleazy woman. So yeah, New York Ripper. I don't know. I always just really liked this title. It just really speaks to me and captures what you're about to see in this film really well. So, yeah, like that one quite a bit. All right, let's move on and take a look at number four. All right, so coming at number four, I'm gonna go with Chopping Mall. Again, this is one of those play on words, pun. You think shopping mall, very close. Just swap out the S for a C, and you got Chopping Mall. Really clever. Maybe it's just like the cover it again, like the font, like the dripping blood. Um, like the little subtitle where shopping costs you an arm and a leg. Just the whole thing. It's great. Chopping Mall is fantastic. It's just a great um, title for a slasher film, And I know this is kind of like one of those borderline slashers because it's robots instead of actual killer. This would have been. It's too bad that this wasn't like a straightforward like maniac on the loose serial killer hunting kids in a mall. Um, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about the title and yeah, Chopping Mall. It's just it's great. It just captures like you see this at the video store. You see the spine of this sitting there, and you see Chopping Mall, and it just like oh, you know exactly what you're in for. You're gonna see people getting killed, chopped up in a mall, and it's great. It's it hasn't been done too many better times than this. It's really good. I absolutely love Chopping Mall. So yeah. All right, let's move on and take a look at number three. Okay, so coming at number three, I have The Dorm That Dripped Blood. And yeah, like what can you say about this? This everything you need to know about this film is in the title. This cover art is not great. I don't like this cover art too much. But yeah, you got the dorm in there, which you basically tell, okay, this is like a university, a college type of setting, a school slasher. And then dripped blood. So there's gonna be people getting killed in a dormitory, and it's just that's all you need. Yeah, like, sure you get like this subtitle like a crash course in terror, kind of clever, but the dorm that dripped blood, it just screams. I've never I had never seen this, growing up on the VHS shelves and whatnot. But if I would have just this title would have just sucked me right in because it just screams the type of movie you're gonna get, regardless of how whether you like this film or not. It's really good. The other like this film also went by another title called Pranks, and yeah, it's Pranks doesn't do it for me. That's a terrible name for a slasher film. Like, who knows what that is? That could be like a 80s teen sex comedy, you know? Like, there's like movies like Jocks and, Revenge of the Nerds, Porky's. Like, Prank sounds like it could be that, you know? But The Dorm That Dripped Blood, there's no mistaking it. So, yeah, I really like this title. It's fantastic, and yeah, it's one of the best. All right, let's move on to number two. All right, so coming at number two, I'm gonna cheat a little here. And you can see why, but I have the Slumber Party Massacre and the Nail Gun Massacre. They both have massacre, and that's the big draw for me. I these are great. These are so fun. I don't know what it is. I see the title. Like, again, you don't need any cover art. You could just have a blank VHS case. You know, sometimes like Blockbuster, whatever they just had the generic Blockbuster thing with the title on the spine. And if you saw the Slumber Party Massacre or the Nail Gun Massacre, that's all you need to know. Like, it's so good. It's just, I'm a sucker for anything with massacre. Even now, even these really crappy, low budget, straight to DVD movies that you pick up at Walmart. Um, if they have like massacre in them, like there's one called, what's it called? Like the wrestling wrestling massacre, something like that. Um, yeah, I just want to see them all. I have one called the Pool Party Massacre, which is like an homage to like these 80s slashers, and it's great. You just like whatever theme in your like nail gun is hilarious because that's more of the weapon of choice. So you know you're gonna get people killed with a nail gun. Slumber Party, I like this one a little more than the nail gun just because it's so typical 80s, you know, like used to have slumber parties in the 80s all the time. I don't know if people, kids, teenagers still do that now or not. I have no idea, but you did back in the 80s and 90s, you know, and I don't know, Slumber Party Massacre, it's just it's so good. And the font, the color scheme, you mix in with with the cover art, fantastic. So I'd say this is my true number two, but Nail Gun Massacre is just so good. You know, cheaper than a chainsaw. Hilarious, you know. Of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, playing off that. And but I like these are like Slumber Party Massacre speaks more to me than Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I don't know. It's just something about the Slumber Party Massacre just really captures me. I don't know. I love these titles. So yeah, throw a massacre in there at the end, and I'll rent it back in the day for sure. All right, let's move on. Take a look at the last one here. All right, so coming to number one for me is the Mutilator. Now, I don't know. This might be kind of a surprise. I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe I'm being biased by the awesome cover art, but the Mutilator. It's just you see that word and like it just you're watching a horror film. You know, maybe if you don't have the cover art, you don't know exactly what type of horror film, but I think you do. The Mutilator. It's just it's so good. It's so like you get like the killer and like even like I said earlier the Ripper, um, but the slasher, the whatever you want to call like these serial killers. But the Mutilator, it's just it's just more raw and just more seems more vicious and like he's gonna mutilate people. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just the font, like you go into a VHS store and you see that on the shelf, the Mutilator. You just like you have to pull it off and take a look at the cover art. Be like, what is this? And you see this and you're like, oh, this is what I'm taking home tonight. And like I said before, regardless of what you think of the film, good or bad, this cover art it just screams 80s slasher for me. It's just it's perfect. Like I said, when you couple it with like this cover art, it's like the perfect display piece for like advertising at the movie store, the Blockbuster or wherever you rented your videos from. Um, it's just I don't know. For whatever reason, every time I see this, it just screams stereotypical. '80s slasher, and I just absolutely love it. Yeah, it's kind of basic, the mutilator. It's not as fancy as Slumber Party Massacre, which has a nice ring to it, but I don't know, something about this. It's just really fun, really screams a good time. So yeah, that was just a quick little look at some of the the '80s slashers titles that I really like. I'm curious, what do you guys think? And leave some comments below. What like did I miss any? Like I know I did. Obviously, there's tons of these films that have amazing titles, but what's some of your favorite? What's some of the ones that you guys remember growing up watching, and like just seeing the title at the at the video store and just being like, oh, and just you just get sucked into this box art, these titles, and that was the selling point. A lot of times they knew they had crappy movies, like they were bad movies, but if you come up with a good title and put some decent cover art on there, you're gonna sell the tape. People are gonna rent it, and that was that was what they did back in the '80s. That was they could sell a movie poster, just if you put it in the theaters, like get a cool title, cool poster, and you're gonna make money if you could pull that off, regardless of the quality of the movie. So it was important. It's a big part of this little subgenre of horror, and yeah, it's fun to talk about them. So anyway, that's my thoughts. That's just a quick little video, and yeah, all right, until next time. All right, see ya.